What's going on, everyone? What's going on? This is Joe from BMT coming at you again. I'm doing a talk with you guys because, I had a lot to think about, and I'm probably going to redo this video again, probably when I get home. But I wanted to do a talk with y'all about the 50% off, um, the 50% off. I'm not sure if I put it in correctly while I was doing this. Um, but I want to try to go into the mindset of the 50% off Selectman because we now starting to see this kind of discount Negro start to come over into the middle sphere. What you think about that? And we're seeing as they are starting to bridge over, come over, and tell of their bravado of how they were selected and how they, can get discount pussy, or they have the woman to, pamper and take care of them and do X, Y, and Z. And I was told, I had a good talk on the Sunday Rumble. Shout out to O'Shea and the Sunday Rumble, which was led off by Ren from the Neutral Zone. And I was taken back as this young man, but he is young. He's pretty young. He was going off about how he's a 50% select man, and the OG tried to step in and talk about pimp game and betas and all this shit, and all that good stuff. And I was looking at two variations of the older man and the younger man. Both two black men. Neither one were married. Neither one had a family. Neither one was running a household. But yet they were still talking game about the 50% off and how that they were. Now, mind you, OG said, I ain't no 50% off. Like, he said he wasn't no 50% type of nigga. But the younger dude thought that was women. But then I began to understand, because me, I'm an ugly nigga. And God bless all the ugly Negroes out there, because we see now, and I'm glad that it happened. A lot of us ugly Negroes starting to see that the 50% off nigga needs the 100% Negro. Oh, I'm going to do a talk about this when I get home. Because they've been going at 50% and been half-assing it throughout their whole life. They wear chain, jewelry, and all that good shit. That's usually what a lot of these Negroes do. They have to wear jewelry or some type of trinket to feel good about themselves. What's going on, man? What's going on? Shout out to you, brother. And this is the mindset of the Negro monkey. This is why they talk about select park apis, of how I only have to pay 50% and the female pays 50%, and I've been selected and chosen. But I'm like, hold up, nigga. What woman would respect a man realistically? You know what I'm saying? Going 50%. That's like, when you're talking about 50%, in my book as a man, listen, bro. I've always been a ugly embryo. I accept that. I accept the buck teeth and what I'm saying, and all that good shit, the gaps and all that shit. See, I'm very blessed and thankful for that. I am. Because of rejection, I never was privileged or blessed to have to depend on a bitch or a fucking woman. Majority of men that were rejected learned the hard way. We don't have time to, prey off of women. If anything, a lot of women more so understood after watching our deeds and our actions, like, whoa, he did all that without a woman? Then we, after a while, they started noticing that those are the builders. Those are the foundational people. But see, now you're starting to see the 50% men start to creep on by and act, I'm a lion, as they want to say. I don't understand niggas coming by to black men's spaces saying that they're lions and shit, or, because I look like this, I am a select human being. And I'm like, well, nigga, if you're such a select human being, then why the fuck are you coming around the non-select men as if we summon or call upon you? I want you to understand this. History has been built by the non-select people because they were making innovative moves. They are the ones who last throughout history. They're the ones who defy and don't go off of a matriarchal system. I never seen men, I don't know what the fuck is going on, so happy talking about how a woman took care of them. I understand now why K. Michelle says what she says about a lot of you black men. Because when you're starting to see black men happy that they shared a dinner with a woman, that they had to go 50-50 with a woman on a dinner date, that we have to split the rent 50-50, that we have to, you might as well say that that woman took you into her bosom. I will never, a day of my life, ever, as an ugly nigga, ever have to say I will ever have a bitch take care of me. Because when you got a woman taking care of you, that's when they come around the corner, black men, and say, what do I need a fucking black man for if I'm doing it all by myself? If you're supposed to be the head or the ruler of your household, as my daddy showed me, my granddaddy showed me, I've never seen older men who run their household say that they do it at 50%. 50% stroke, 50% goddamn getting your head topped off ain't a no bueno in my book. I don't see how that works. But you see a lot of these niggas nowadays are proud to say that I'm a discount Negro. Like, I don't understand, bro. Slavery must have really fucked y'all up, bro. Like, something about this goddamn nigga is really fucked up, where being proud to be the discount Negro is like a tribute. I mean, just think about that. I want all the ugly brothers who literally got this shit together. I want you to think about that. Since when has being the discount Negro been the best ideal situation? Since when did being at the beck and call of a bitch been the goddamn ideal situation? I always found it interesting that they tried to sell you their goddamn insurance plan of these used up bitches. I mean, it's very interesting. When you talking about all this shit that, we spend 50% off and we go on dates and I travel outside the country, you see, that's mediocre shit. I showed a black man, listen, I run business, sis, mind you, plural. And I've actually been showing you black people how to go get your own startup business, how to actually go build and be innovative, how to go to schools and go get property and stuff like that. But see, the Negro, Pookie's 50% off, they didn't see that as something of a big deal. What was a big deal was his dick resume on being able to fuck 50% off pussy. And as I saw that, I said, my God, why am I having this conversation with the select man? He's used to always being validated by pussy. And you see, this is the problem that by black men, we need to understand that you cannot deal with the select man. I'm about to go make a whole goddamn series about why black men cannot deal with the select man. Because when you need validation of pussy to feel like a man, that's foretelling of dark days to come. Because that means that pussy has more so control over you. That's honestly what that tells me. I mean, you could tell me that, that you play Little League football, and nobody gives a flying fuck about that. Dude, play football, play basketball, suck and fuck, and do all. No, don't we got enough of that shit? But if you want to tell me that, hey, I take a group of kids and go help them with, homework, reading, there's something with football, how to go get pussy, how to say, well, you're select, or you're this guy, you're the bravest thing out there. And you see, that's when I understand No wonder why bitches look at black men as the weaker, lesser man in the goddamn world. This is why a lot of, designation of things where to go to get things done. This is why. Sorry about that. I had to catch it up on a read. This. See, this is the we're having black men. We got people in laws. This is. I want you ugly niggas, and I'm proud to be an ugly nigga. Because see, that means I started out at -10, but I came out at 100. That means I'm not going off of looks. See, I'm not going off of that. Everything I got, I worked for. Everything I got, I earned. I don't have to wear chains. If I wanted to go by the goddamn jewelry store and go buy chains, I would do that. But I find it more entertaining to go buy things that are more tangible. Property, brick and mortar, things for my legacy of children and things that I do out there in the community that literally, this is true. Tomorrow, as somebody told me, black men, what would you do? And I said, that's funny because black men for a long time have been doing things. It's been called building, as a lot of people want to sit on. Select men would never know that. And see, what happens is now that the non-select man has moved on and is going elsewhere, and we're starting to build. See, the only thing a select man can try to offer you is his broken Nintendo. That shit, bro. What the hell am I going to do shit, bro? I'm like, listen, they're going to keep trying to sell you the broken Nintendo game. This is the 50% off Prowess that somehow Pookie, and this is something that was told me. Pookie is sitting at the same table. I ain't seen a select man that's been 50-50, but I ain't even been a man that, I'm like, yeah, no, I get you a love. What about pimps? They employ women and reap the benefits. But see, that's the thing about it. A lot of these people will try to sell you the broken Nintendo game. I was very proud of a woman that came on the panel, and she told you that, yes, I use my body for a come up. But luckily, a man had told her father, he said, listen, baby, you can keep on using your body as a come up, but understand this. You can't ask and require of another man, a non-select man, as society wants to call it in the black community, to want to give you the same price value. I want a lot of you women to understand this. I want you to think of a nigga that's been dicking down everything in the community, and he possibly has a 60 to 80% chance of bringing you back something. Would you honestly give that man the same fucking energy? I want you women to think about it. Would you give that nigga the same energy as after he done cream pied up every goddamn thing on 2 to 4 legs? Would you honestly want to put your entrusted resources in that nigga? Now, if you want to, that's on you. You just a dumb, crazy motherfucker, and I can't help that. But for majority of women, when they see these dusty ass men, they have 2 options. He's only good to get me wet by eating my booty and pussy, and that's it. I can't depend on this nigga for anything else. I've never seen the community ask Pookie to build shit. Y'all gonna have to show me a goddamn photograph picture of Pookie, like, I don't know, building some shit, like a building, structural resources. I mean, the closest person y'all might be able to pull out, and he don't even consider himself like that, would have to be Jay Prince. I mean, I'm not sure if y'all know who Jay Prince is, but in the music industry, he's known to be, top class black mobster. Okay, he owns a lot of. Drake is signed and contracted to him, not Young Money. Drake is signed with Jay Prince. Okay. Now, when it comes to select men, mind you, a lot of select men are going to start selling a lot of black women that because I was chosen, you should come down to my standard of value. And I want you to understand this, women. Go ahead and be my guest. I'm going to say it again. When black men, and notice, every time these niggas get very confused, or, you know, I always like it. The pro-black Negro always talks this good facade of we need to come together, the system, we stand together, and, you know, the black woman's in pain and all this shit. But then they try to sell you that how they depend on the black woman, how they showcase and share with the black woman her resources, because of course they need her to be validated. And I'm like, yo, by all means, do what you do, nigga. Like, I don't understand it, because you want to be respected by the men, but yet you depend on a whole fucking woman. Like, you know, like, y'all gotta understand, man. The Select Talk has done nothing but set back black men. I want you to understand that the Select Talk has done nothing but set back black men. Because at one time, the white man was select and you were the non-select. You remember that? I want you to understand that. Go look it up in history. If the white man selected your woman, ain't shit you could do but just stand there and take it. Where's the lie? In Select Talk, you were selected as a goddamn Neanderthal, goddamn monkey. Select Talk, guess what? In the cocaine era, that nigga was the select guy. While you the guy who went to work, you were the non-select, you were the lame. But now we're at an era where now, guess what? We don't all have to fuck with each other anymore. Hell, black men can go off and do their own goddamn thing. And now that black men are doing that, now that black men are making moves without this select talking point, guess what? Here they come. Now they're trying to sell you the used up candy bar. Now they're trying to tell you about the good old days and shit. Like, I don't understand a lot of you niggas. Now, I want you to understand, when y'all put out pussy like that, because honestly, they will try to shame you. Let me tell you right now. I'm watching dudes try to shame other dudes into taking a woman out on a date and getting to know her and court her. Because why would you want to put any old body in your fucking house or around your resources that you work hard for? You see, the select guy didn't do that. He fucked up his dick credit, and he is where he is today. Okay? I want you to think about it. The select guy did not do that. He fucked up his dick credit. So then when he comes back and says, yeah, man, just because I got 1 or 2 baby mamas, or I got a record, or, you know what I'm saying, I had to stay with this bitch that I really don't like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hold up, nigga. You holistically fucked up your life. But then you coming to me preaching about the glory of fucking Jesus and how you've been redeemed, but I'm supposed to turn a blind eye to your bullshit. What the fuck? Like, no, nigga, like, we don't forget you. We didn't forget you. No. We remember your example. That is the problem with a lot of black people. Because we don't hold these niggas to standard, because guess what? They don't have a standard of what they go by. They don't. Y'all gotta understand, man. The ugly Negroes out here building. The ugly Negroes out here creating. The ugly Negroes out here having holistic families. But you got this select nigga who cannot maintain or keep up a family try to tell you that, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Because if you have a standard ugly Negro, that means he has to keep pace with you. Because we already know his bitch is going to look at you and your model of what you're building and say, well, why can't you do that? Why can't you, you know what I'm saying, put me in a house? Why am I still in my mama's house? Or better yet, nigga, when the fuck you gonna get your own car? Why am I always letting you own? See, I've watched a lot of my cousins, you know what I'm saying, the ones who have the nice, pretty lock hair and the curls and the goddamn, you know, beautiful Adonis, you know,
talking points. I watched them whenever I would go do things with my kids or shit like that, and they'd be like, "Yo, bro, slide me $20, bro. Let me try to, get my kids something." Or they like, "Hold on, man, give me like 30 or 40 minutes. I gotta go hit a lick. I gotta go, make some money so I can get my kid." I don't have to go hit no lick. Only thing I gotta do is press my goddamn ATM button and money shows up. See, I don't have to go out there in the streets. I don't have to do that shit. Like those days, I'm at a steady pace. I don't have to worry about where my bitch is at because, see, the select man has to worry about his bitch. Because he understands that one day, just like any playable character on a video game, some people get tired of playing with that character. So they want to play with other characters. But the man who chooses not to play these games, he's always been going at 100%. He already made his own goddamn game system, his own council, his own accountability. Like, y'all can talk about Pookie is in your space, but what kind of spaces are you hanging in? Pookie can't come in my space because that means he would have to talk about goddamn theories of anti-God particles and doggone molecules. Pookie can't hang in my space, but guess what? Pookie hasn't been in my space in almost 25 fucking years. For him to be in my space, he would have to know how the payload accountability for a goddamn skid missile. Pookie don't know that shit. Pookie don't know the stuff that I know. Why? Because I put myself in a category where Pookie can't be in. That's the problem with a lot of these niggas, and that's what they were trying to sell last night. That Pookie can be in your space. That big booty Brenda, she can be in your space. You see, the goddamn select Negro wants to be with the non-select Negro. Because, see, we done cut off that fucking umbilical cord. You see, being the ugly Negro is not a curse. I want you to understand that. Now you're starting to understand the ugly duckling goddamn story. The ugly duckling understood that, you know what, these ducks don't fuck me. Mind you, these ducks, they don't fuck with me. Because you've been doing it by yourself. You've been swimming off by yourself. You've been making money by yourself. You've been on your own ventures by yourself. I always find it interesting how niggas will come to my chat and talk major shit. But then me and doggone different members of the BMT, we would compare and talk about our DMs. How motherfuckers will be up in there. Hey man, let's do a collab. Hey man, what's going on with Jay? Like, didn't y'all just say Jay was not attractive? But yet y'all trying to find out what that neck do, even though she has a degree, she's had a whole family, she's had her own house and all that shit. I seen y'all try to come at me. Got all my shit together. Niggas validated by pulling out a passport, talking about going to Jamaica. Really, nigga? Like, really? $500 to go to Jamaica, bro? Like, holler at me when you go to countries like, I don't know, like Czechoslovakia, you know what I'm saying, Russia, Japan, Ukraine. And I didn't even have to go there on fucking military dollars. I went there because I wanted to go there. I've gone to goddamn cathedrals. I've listened to whole doggone choirs, orchestras from video games. I mean, I was doing things long before YouTube for black people even became booming. So by the time a lot of this shit done happened, I was already gone. I was already doing my own thing. And that's the thing about it. I never understood about black people. While you was fucking that same bitch that was passed around, I was dealing with different things. But now, these same niggas are now coming to our spaces. Now they all of a sudden, they want to be, I don't know, around. They want to be seen, heard. They want us to hear about their tales of, the good times. Because it was funny, but we just had a high school reunion. And at the high school reunion, this is the fun thing at the high school reunion. I would always ask the black people at the high school reunion, So what do? Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pro-business manager. Pro-business manager? Where at? Nigga, you work at damn Dollar Tree. What business manager do you do? That's the next person. So where are you at? I'm a technical advisory. You work at a call center. Stop it. You work at T-Mobile. How'd you know that? Your goddamn fucking tag is still on your goddamn shirt. Come on, man. Stop. I'm not, mind you, I'm glad you got a job. I'm glad that a lot of y'all have jobs. But my nigga, the proof is in the pudding for a lot of select and non-select people. We're starting to understand that, guess what? The work is starting to get called into play. And we're starting to see that a lot of them cannot keep up with us. They can't. I mean, they can try to talk about, yo, man, like, you know, I had a bunch of bitches. But I'm like, okay, so you got all these bitches. But then again, your bitches took everything from you. Your bitches left you broke. How was that a win? You see, a lot of other brothers who were the non-select, we don't fall for the okie doke. Literally, I mean, seriously. I mean, you choose a woman that's of your merit that you want, and then you make your moves from there. You let her, or you put her to work. You move it from there. I don't know. I'm not select, so I wouldn't know. But I'm going to do a talk about it later. I'll see you guys later. This is Joe from BMT. Peace.